omnis Deus, Pater, et Filius, et Spiritus Sancti.
Amen.
Mater Dei, ora pro nobis peccatoribus.
Buona domenica e buon pranzo.
The Stars and Stripes are flying high in Jerusalem as preparations get in full swing ahead of Barack Obama's first visit to Israel as U.S. president. At the luxurious King David Hotel in Jerusalem, where the president and his entourage will begin their stay on Wednesday, chefs have been busy finalizing special dishes and anticipating the VIP requests. The historic hotel, which opened in the 1930s and was once headquarters of the British government during the British Mandate, is no stranger to hosting visiting dignitaries.
They tend to order a lot of room service during nighttime, and we are preparing for that. The visit will be very close to the Jewish festive of Passover, which means that we are preparing for the holiday, and it also means some food restrictions during the visit.
As for the flags, an Israeli factory has been working full throttle to fill demand ahead of Obama's visit.
President Obama's visit for us it's really special because it's not another president. It's, as one of the workers said here, it's the president of the world. And also concerning the volume of work that we are investing in, we are investing much more work and effort comparing to any other visit.
To protect the president and keep order during the visit, hundreds of police officers and security personnel will be deployed.
The Israeli police with its different units, both undercover units, counter-terrorist units, the regular police undercover units as well, will be in full action. There is a large amount of cooperation which is also taking place between the Israeli police and American security. And this is the most important visit that has taken place since President Bush's visit in 2009.
During his visit, Obama will meet with top Israeli officials, including President Shimon Peres and Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. Obama and the Prime Minister have had a notoriously rocky relationship since the two assumed office in 2009, and analysts are watching eagerly to see if they can smooth over their differences. Netanyahu and Obama are expected to discuss Iran's controversial nuclear program, as well as other regional threats to Israel's security. Among the most high-profile non-politicians Obama will meet is newly crowned Miss Israel Yetyish Ainau, who is expected to dine with the U.S. leader after his staff insisted that the first Ethiopian-Israeli beauty queen meet America's first-ever black president. Obama is expected to arrive in Israel on Wednesday for his 3-day trip, which will also take him to the West Bank and Jordan.
One of Israel's Iron Dome missile defense batteries is set to be moved to Ben Gurion Airport to allow U.S. President Barack Obama to visit it more easily. Obama will arrive in the Jewish state on Wednesday with a viewing of the Iron Dome high on the agenda. The U.S. has provided large amounts of funding for Israel's missile defense program, including the Iron Dome and its bigger cousin, David Sling. The Iron Dome has proved itself a key part of Israel's defenses, shooting down scores of rockets fired at the Jewish state from the Gaza Strip. Its achievements will be presented to Obama, whose 3-day visit to the region will include stops in Jordan and the Palestinian territories. Syrian rebel forces have captured a military intelligence facility just 5 miles from the Golan Heights in what is the latest sign of the uprising against Syrian President Bashar al-Assad creeping closer to the Jewish state. Earlier this month, al-Qaeda fighters affiliated with the rebels were filmed near the Israeli-Syria border studying the patrols of the Israeli army. Meanwhile, during Barack Obama's visit to Israel this week, the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu will reportedly discuss with the US President the possibility of joint airstrikes on Syrian arms stockpiles suspected of being transported to Lebanese militants Hezbollah.
Now to the sudden and quick-moving wildfire that wiped out an entire neighborhood. Tonight, the devastating images from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Neighbors like this woman watching helplessly as the blaze rips through the homes there beyond the trees. 26 condo buildings, that's more than 100 units gone. This woman on the phone as neighbors tonight gather in emergency shelters. ABC's Steve Osensami has our coverage from a community in crisis tonight.
The families who lived in this large condo and apartment community in Myrtle Beach were just sitting down to dinner.
I ran and started banging on doors to the buildings that were on fire and trying to get people out.
All of a sudden last night, a brush fire that firefighters were struggling to contain in the woods nearby was spreading to their homes. The high and dry winds helping to move the flames across a road. 26 buildings and more than 100 units were burning to the ground, and people here were running for their lives.
By the time I got my child and my 2 animals out that I could save, and my cousin downstairs, by the time we backed out, the condo right past me was already gone, and it was going up the back steps of mine.
Dozens of families lost everything.
I don't know what's next. This is the first time this ever happened to me, and we just got to go step by step. The worst is when your kids look at you in the face and you don't know what to tell them. You know, you don't have an answer for them.
Authorities tell us it's the worst fire they've seen in years, and amazingly, it appears no resident was hurt. Tonight, they're searching through what's left of the homes to make sure.
It was very scary. I've never been through something like that before. We had literally a matter of 15 minutes to get out.
They've set up shelters for more than 160 people who've been left homeless.
It's gone. Buildings gone, cars gone, important documents gone, old photos, family videos for the past 15 years.
Investigators are still trying to figure out what sparked the brush fire, but say the dry and windy conditions continue tonight. Steve Losensami, ABC News, Atlanta.
Feel so badly for those families. Thanks to Steve tonight. We wanted to bring in ABC meteorologist Ginger Zee. You've been tracking this. 2 major weather headlines tonight, but first those fires. This seems awfully early. The conditions seem so ripe.
Right, and that was just it. They had 30-mile-per-hour winds yesterday, and then today it's still very breezy, but it will get a little bit better. We've been dealing with drought from there back to parts of the west, and of course extreme drought, and that's why I want to give you an idea of what's happening here tonight. New Mexico been dealing with it all day. Colorado, Nebraska, and Kansas with red flag warnings tomorrow.
The other major headline tonight, these 2 systems that you say are going to merge just as we begin this work week.
People are saying, isn't spring supposed to start this Wednesday? And they're right, 7:02 Eastern time it starts, but you wouldn't know it up in the North Dakota, South Dakota area. Minneapolis going to see just a little bit of snow out of this, but very gusty winds. And then another low kind of takes all of the energy, goes up the East Coast, more snow for New England. And it is 2-tiered because we've got a severe weather threat that starts tonight from Little Rock to Memphis, Nashville, Birmingham, Jackson, Chattanooga, and just west of Atlanta for tomorrow, all with 70-mile-per-hour winds possible, isolated tornadoes too.
So tonight, Monday, Tuesday, very difficult weather across the country. Ginger, thank you.
Hottest show on TV. Now, we're not talking about American Idol or even Dancing with the Stars. It's a surprising hit series about the Bible that's setting new ratings records. And with the 3rd episode airing tonight, many industry experts are expecting the series to hit yet another heavenly audience high. Gio Benitez has the story of the surprise success of the greatest story ever told.
God is with us! You might say the History Channel's The Bible is a heavenly hit.
The Bible premiered with epic ratings.
It broke all expectations.
God certainly intervened in the ratings as well. A lot of people are watching this.
How many people? More than 13 million on its first night. That's more than American Idol. But why is there so much interest in a story so many already know?
His name is Jesus.
This is not your grandfather's Bible.
I am loyal to my husband.
You know, everyone seems to be good looking. There's beautiful sunsets. There's big production values.
It's the brainchild of mega producer Mark Burnett, creator of Survivor, and his wife Roma Downey, an actress who plays Mary in the miniseries.
We have brought miracles to life on the screen. Moses parting the Red Sea, the burning bush, the walls of Jericho come tumbling down, Jesus walking on water. I mean, it's epic stuff.
The Ten Commandments from 1956 is perhaps the best-known Hollywood rendition.
Behold his mighty hand!
But Burnett says it was time for an updated version.
Follow me!
And it has the support of celebrity after celebrity. Even Oprah Winfrey tweets about the series while watching it. Here's one, Samson not happy, killing up some people.
These stories, which are amazing stories, are really being brought to life in a way that people haven't seen them before.
Hollywood is clearly banking on biblical success.
This is just the beginning.
Because next year, Russell Crowe will star in a movie about Noah's Ark.
I'm going to the Father, but I will always be with you.
We can't get over Oprah's tweet. Well, that movie, Noah, should be released next March. And of course, the Bible airs Sunday nights on the History Channel. But you know what's interesting about the ratings for the show? That premiere night, it aired twice. And the second time it aired, it got another 13 million viewers.
Unbelievable.
A timeless book and a timeless miniseries.
Mark Burnett is really a hit maker.
Yeah.
All right, Gio, thanks.